Hi everyone, glad to present another interesting video from EQSIS. In next few minutes, I'm going to share you with my observation on FI activities in the recent times on index and stock derivatives. Quite interestingly, we noticed the significant activities of FII, especially in the stock futures. Let me quickly take you through. If you wish to know how to do it parallelly, you can access the same via apps, EQSIS Primer. And if you get into Primer, you have a research tools. Underneath, you have a derivative scanner. There you find FII Open Interest Analysis. And sooner we're going to come up with a detailed video to explain each and every tool tab here. But at this moment, let me share my observation about it. So if you look at this particular one, I'm talking about not the index segment, but the stock segment. If you get into stock segment, it is evident that on 19th September, FII did reduce their long positions and their short positions as well. And what was actually impressive to us is because if you look at the historical positions of FII on the last day, which is 19th September 2022, their activities were not that significant. But look at on 16th September, they added 38,000 contracts. On 15th September, they added 40,000 contracts. And on 14th September, they added 43,000 contracts. But the worst part is they added all these positions on the short side. So now, naturally, we wanted to know when FI has added such a strong positions on stock futures, what are all the future contracts have added a significant open interest? That's a very logical thing, am I right? Because FII added huge short positions. And if at all, if we want to know which particular contract would have been sold by them, then we wanted to know which particular future contracts have gained significant open interest on those particular days. So this can be done by, going back to 16th September. We noticed, let me go back even to 14th September, because on 14th September, their activities initially started with 45,000 contracts, close to 43,000 contracts. And the top open interest gainers on that particular day is Infosys, not just on the September contract, but also with the October month contract. And if I click on this particular October month contract, most of the volume is translated into open interest. And if I click on, by looking at 14th September Infosys intraday chart, so this is not today's intraday chart, this intraday chart belongs to the 14th September. It is evident that it was completely on the lower end and the market settled. So it is a stronger hand selling activity is being witnessed. And if we look at the daily chart, it is very clear that it opened lower and then it stretched further lower and got into it. And if you look at the 15th September, another round of shorts being added by FIs. Even on that particular day, we noticed that the Infosys September and Infosys October contract is also coming on top of it. I understand there are a couple of other things there, so needless to bother at this moment. But it's very clear that Infosys future contracts are being heavily shorted. And then if we go to the next day, which is on 16th September, another 38,000 contracts being shorted. Even if you look at on 16th September, FIs are the only one who are heavily shorting it. If you look at clients are actually reducing their short positions. In fact, FIs are reducing their longs and adding shorts. It's a complete bearishness on that. And if you look at the charts of Infosys, 3 days back-to-back heavy sell-off from 1,500 levels, it becomes 1,377, close to 10% down in last 3 days. So that's evident that it is a significant short. But by seeing this, you get a clarity that FIs have added a significant shorts on Infosys counter. But what is the tradable opportunity out of this? See, number one, there is a concept of oversold, right? So just because FIs are selling, it doesn't mean we have to go and short it right away. So what exactly we are looking at it, if you notice it, any rally from current level will enable us to plan our short positions on especially IT sector. And among IT one, we are looking at it especially from the Infosys, not the other companies. Because FIs have not only added shorts in the September contract, they've added a significant short positions on the October contract. And It is too early to speculate about Nifty becoming a complete bearishness for about 2-3 months or a year, because it's too early, because they're just off from the high. They are although marginally trading at the high point, but there is a clear weakness seen among IT sector. So we expect the IT to underperform for the recent times, but doesn't mean it has to go down from the current level. Any rally can be used to create short positions. But remember, those rallies should not be impulsive. It should be a corrective nature so that we can quickly go and short it. I hope you get some clarity about it. And we are going to talk about one more interesting aspect of bhartiairtel that I will be posting in another video. So hopefully if you like this particular video, you can definitely check out the next video, which is about bhartiairtel, because bhartiairtel, we got a very interesting observation which enable us to go for a long position. We'll talk about that in the next particular video. Hopefully this is useful to you for you to plan it accordingly. And just a quick information in line with the same one, just because I said IT is underperforming it, it is not only the opportunities for traders to make money, this is also good for investors to make money about it. How? Because investors are mostly long only, am I right? So as a long-term investor, eventually there is one company among IT, which is TCS, a market leader, that everybody wanted to have it in our portfolio. But as such a short-term corrections makes such stocks very attractive, and be aware of it. Any unusual corrections on IT sector, be aware of handling the TCS, be ready to grab it. And if you are getting an attractive PE, just go and grab it. So don't miss out such opportunities as well. It is such an opportunity that IT is actually correcting, and especially that we are getting TCS at a very attractive price, which is a fantastic opportunity for any investors to look after. Hope this video was useful, makes sense for you to spend time with us. And if you find it really useful, do give us a thumbs up, and do write your comments about your experience you had it in this video, and do check out our next video about bhartiairtel.